Okay. Have you ever walked or driven through a parking lot and seen somebody lying on the floor unresponsive, or gone out to dinner to a restaurant and seen somebody just drop dead right in front of you? Things like that happen every day, and cardiac arrest is one of the leading causes of death each year. Cardiac arrest is when the heart stops beating and also stops the blood flow going to the rest of the body. Your best chance of surviving cardiac arrest is early CPR. So today I want to talk to you guys about hands-only cardiopulmonary resuscitation, so hands-only CPR. They say that with research, it's proven that CPR alone for the first few minutes of cardiac arrest is good enough until first responders arrive on scene. When you're doing compressions, you're actually pumping the heart with oxygen-rich blood into the whole entire body manually. So you're providing blood to get to the brain, blood to get to the lungs, and all the other vital organs. And that blood that's already in the system actually has oxygen already in it. So until first responders come, they suggest doing hands-only CPR, which is pretty much just chest compressions. And you're eliminating the whole mouth-to-mouth resuscitation at that point. I don't carry like a face mask or a bag valve mask on me normally, so if I were to see that on the side of the road or something, I wouldn't feel comfortable putting my mouth on a stranger's mouth. Diseases are transmitted through saliva and vomit and other things like that, and that's just something I'm not comfortable with. So this is an alternate way of helping someone save their life. So I wanted to teach or show all of you guys today a few different techniques that you can use for hands-only CPR and increase the chance of someone's survival. You can do that by activating the 911 system. Then you can recognize the signs for CPR and then provide high-quality chest compressions. So first, if you were to see somebody unresponsive and have medical need, first thing to do is to call 911. If you're alone, you can do that by calling on your phone or a landline. If you're with somebody else, you can have them call. It's recommended that you stay on the phone with dispatch. They're probably going to have questions for you, ask what's going on, what type of emergency this is. It's also very important to know your location and be very specific about it. So if you are using a cell phone, sometimes it's hard for dispatch to pinpoint where you are exactly. So the more descriptive you can be, if you're in the Home Depot parking lot on the south side near a red Sonata, more information, the better. Also, if you are by yourself and you need to perform some tasks, you can put your phone on speaker so that you actually don't have to hold the phone. And you can still communicate with them. They might be able to give you some direction as what to do if you're unsure. The next step is to recognize the need for CPR. So first you want to establish if the patient is responsive or unresponsive. The easiest way to do that is just to grab them by the shoulders with your hands, shake them. Sir, 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 can you hear me? Or just say, hey, 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 anything. If you don't see a response, then they're unresponsive. If they wake up and say, what are you doing? Then obviously, they're okay. You can leave them alone. Next step is to check if they're breathing. So you look, listen, and feel. I usually just put my hand on their chest and I try and look and feel for the chest to rise. If it's not rising and I don't feel it going up and down, I would assume that they're not breathing. And then at that point, you could continue or you could start CPR if they're not breathing. So chest compressions. You want to do good quality chest compressions. That's the most important part. Hand placement is very important. You're going to want to take one hand, put it over your other hand, put the palm of those hands on the center of the chest, usually at the nipple line. And then keep your hands there. Don't move them around. Once you have your correct placement, you're going to want to push hard. It's recommended that you push at a depth of 2 to 2.5 inches in depth into the chest. Now, a lot of us don't measure with a ruler in real life. So a good indication that you're doing high quality chest compressions is by feeling for popping and cracking of the chest. I know it sounds a little gross, but you're actually not cracking the ribs. You're breaking the cartilage away from the sternum, and you're not hurting the person. At this point, they're dead. They cannot feel this, and it's actually going to save their life, hopefully. So push hard. If you don't feel that cracking, push even harder. In conjunction with the pushing hard, you also have to push fast. So it's recommended that you push at a rate of 100 to 120 compressions per minute. If you've ever heard of the song Staying Alive by the Bee Gees, that's a good rhythm to kind of go with the beat. It goes to the same beat as the 100 to 120. So if you sing that while you're doing it, it might help. And just continue compressions until EMS or first responders are able to get there, and then they can take over from there. So, hands-only CPR can save your loved one or somebody else's loved one, and it's 3 easy steps. Activate the 911 system, recognize the need for CPR, and then high-quality chest compressions.